Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. It's Member again. Uh-huh. So, in the past few days, I've been a little bit busy. I've not been able to shoot content, but due to the busiest schedule which I've been having, it has created what is called an opportunity for my life because I've been doing some things on the side. And when I've been doing those things on the side, I went to shoot an event which was happening in a certain school, and it was a motivation to me and to the young kids, just to remind them that in Africa we have cultures, and these cultures, it shows you how Africans, we have a beautiful culture, not only the Westerners. It was an amazing feeling learning from the Bambaras, the Kikuyu, the Kambas, you see, something like that, something of the sort. So that one was showing me how African we are very diverse when it comes to cultures, because like here in Kenya we have very many tribes. I think they included the Somali culture, which are the Oromos, and then we are having the Indian culture, because now they have integrated Indians, because we have those Indians who came here in Nairobi long time ago, so they have, and even their citizenship, so it's a big community. So and as the government decided, let us include them into our own community. So those kids practicing only for 1 month, make they decided to put on different attires, the cultural ones, like the Luyas with the cheetah skin, and the Luos with the skins, the Masai with their normal attires. You see how beautiful it is. So this thing came into my mind that even some millennials, because those ones were Gen Alphas, the teachers have decided to insert into them that you can come from different places, but we have different cultures. How beautiful is that? You see, like for me, from my community which I'm coming from, I don't know much. I don't know a lot of things, because I was born and raised in Nairobi. I left Nairobi for some few years and then I came back. And when I came back, even when we go back to the village, you just learn small things at a go. Small things at a go. Someone like me, I've learned a lot from my culture because of going, but mostly because you see, as we are raised in the cities, like even languages, most people don't know how to speak their mother tongue. But I don't know. I think we need to revise that thing of mother tongue, because you cannot tell me your mother tongue when I'm speaking the language of my dad. So it's supposed to be father tongue, not mother tongue, but because it was placed like that, so you have to go with the flow. You see, and the beauty of that is that these cultures, they are teaching us that it should not only die with our older fathers. Like you see, I've been just coming and checking. You see how beautiful this is. Because this is natural water. It's not from the rain, just from underground. That's how beautiful it is. And then you see, that one, even it showed us that different people have different delicacies. You go to the Kikuyus, they have their own type of food, which I think is the likes of njahe, but I don't know if that's the indigenous food. Mokimo, Mokimo, I think is for the Kambas, and then we have ingoho and ugali, hen and ugali, which is mostly common in the western region in the Luya tribe. If you go to the Somali culture, they have a rosto. That's their normal food. You see how indigenous that one is. Now you go to someone like the Kalenjin. The Kalenjin have their mursik there. But do they have even their local food? The Kisis, they like bananas. You see, and the problem now, most of our indigenous food, it is already corrupt. And when I'm saying corrupt, is not that I'm speaking it in a bad way, because it is corrupt in terms of it's not the original food which you used to enjoy. Because if you remember, long time ago, back in the days, we used to have the red bananas. Those were indigenous food. But do you know those indigenous food, they decided to remove them from here? They are selling it in Europe at a very high expense, at a very high price. You see, like let me see if I can get any type of food of, okay, this one. Here we call it, it is called what? Maybe I can show you. This one here, you see this plant here. This plant here, it's very common, and this one adds blood in your terere, as we call it terere. But I don't know others, they call it what in English. And then I think the Tanzanians, they call it mchicha, if I'm not mistaken. This one, it's very good for your health. You see, this one is very good for your health. This one, it adds blood, it adds again, it's medicine. And then this one grows natural. You don't need to plant it, you don't. But you see, now when you go to some European supermarkets, you get such things, and they're selling it at a very high price. But now us here in Africa, some of us, we see that one like that one is rubbish. It's not rubbish. That's food. That's pure food. Somebody, when you see somebody eating cassava leaves, the Rwandese, you see how indigenous that one is. Like I was seeing, this thing is called what? I saw a lady in Nigeria. She was preparing something called okoho. If you look at that, it's just a stem, but how she makes it, it becomes a little bit sticky, gooey. You see? And then you eat it with maybe with the fufu, which is again slippery. See how beauty, and then you mix that one with meat. You see, that's why I love how Africa is and how us people we operate. But the problem is that most people, they have decided to follow the culture from outside, forgetting that they have their own culture. Go to Uganda, how the Bagandas prepare chicken, the luombo. You get banana leaves, put down, get the chicken when it's full, cut onions. You don't cook it with what? You don't cook it with cooking oil. You just cook it with steam. Not frying it, just steam. And then when even you can cook meat like that one. Now when you are removing even the bones, you remove the bones smoothly. See, that's the beauty. And you see, when the beauty is like that, trust me, this world becomes beautiful. And we enjoy our own cultures, because you cannot tell me, like, you hear that an English breakfast is beans beans and a cup of coffee. You see how crazy that one is? But us, we can decide to take strong tea. The strong tea which you are taking is only leaves, or you can decide maybe go and get some green grass, lemongrass. You put in your tea, you have that flavor. Rosemary, and us here in Africa, we know breakfast as either you eat bread and tea, maybe porridge and tea, maybe porridge with sweet potatoes, porridge with the arrowroots, some they call it yams, but I don't think if those ones are yams, because the true yams, which are from Nigeria, they're something different. And that's how beautiful the week has been to me. Enjoying myself, seeing the beautiful nature. So you can leave down in the comment below, tell me what is the most precious, indigenous thing which you have learned through the years, because it's so amazing. Trust me, so amazing. So with that, please don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel, like, share and comment. With that, peace out. I would put just some small clips of what I was shooting some few days back. With that, peace out. See you in the next vlog.